everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll show you how to make a surface stitch, a beautiful crochet detail that adds texture and definition to your work. It's perfect for decorative lines or even as a base to attach another element later. For example, in my ruby rod design I made a surface stitch and then used it as a base to crochet the color. By the way, you can find that pattern on my website. The link is in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss my new helpful tutorials. Here you can see surface stitches made using 3 different techniques. The first technique is usually used on pieces where you have access to the backside, for example when working in rows, or when you want to add the surface stitch while working on your project. The second technique works best for finished parts that are already closed and stuffed. And the third option doesn't require a hook, it's embroidered using a needle and yarn. It's more of an alternative to the first 2 methods. I'll show you how it's done, and then you can decide which one works best for you. Alright, let's get started. Take the yarn in the color you'd like to choose for the surface stitch and make a slip knot. Don't make it too tight. Remove the loop from the hook. Insert your hook between the rows where you want to start the stitch. Catch the loop with your hook and then bring it to the front side. Then insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up the loop and make 1 slit stitch. Keep repeating this until you have about 5 stitches left before the end of the round. To make your surface stitch look as neat and finished as possible, here's what you can do. Visually draw a line from your last stitch to the first one and place your next stitches along that path, just like this. Leave the last stitch unworked and cut the yarn. Leave a small tail. Thread the tail into a needle and insert it under both loops on the very first stitch. Then bring the needle back through the center of the last stitch and pull it inside. Make a knot with the ends of the yarn, and that's it. It's a really convenient way to add surface details while you are still working on your project. Now let's move on to the second technique. Here I have a finished piece that's already stuffed. Insert your hook into the first stitch of the round and bring it out through the next one. Yarn over and pull it through, just like this. Make a slip stitch. Next, insert your hook into the stitch where the yarn comes out, push it through and bring it out of the next stitch. Yarn over again, pull through and make another slip stitch. Work slowly and carefully. Try to feel the hook moving gently along the inner wall of the piece. To make the ending look nice and clean, do the same as in the first technique. Adjust the line a little so the first and second to last stitches match up. Leave the last stitch unworked and cut the yarn. Now hide the starting tail. Make a small knot. Insert the needle into the stitch where the yarn comes out. Thread the yarn into a needle and tuck it inside the piece. Cut the yarn. Finish the round the same way as in the previous surface stitch round. The only difference is that here you'll also need to hide the yarn inside the piece. Now I'll show you the third technique, an embroidered version of the surface stitch, also known as chain stitch embroidery. Before you start, cut a piece of yarn long enough for the entire embroidery. Just estimate how much you'll need for your design. Take the yarn in your chosen color, make a knot at the end, and thread it into a needle. Then insert the needle through the piece and bring it out right where your round starts. When I do embroidery, I prefer to position the yarn so it's already facing the direction where the next loop will form. So hold your yarn this way, insert the needle into the stitch where your round begins and bring it out through the next stitch, just like this. Then place the yarn over the needle as if you are looping it. Pull the needle all the way through and gently tighten the loop. Try to keep the loop not too tight and not too loose. Next, insert the needle into the last stitch, right into the loop where your yarn comes out. Bring it out through the next stitch, loop the yarn over the needle again and pull it through. And this way you get a neat little chain. Finish the round the same way as in the previous two surface stitch techniques. It's exactly the same here. On closed pieces, I actually prefer using the chain stitch instead of the crochet surface stitch. When I work with a hook, I often end up catching a bit of stuffing, and I really don't like that. Also, the second surface stitch technique I showed you earlier tends to create one extra stitch, which can sometimes be visible, depending on how tight or loose you usually crochet. So, if you just want a clean decorative line that won't be covered by other elements or used as a base for anything else, this method is definitely my favorite. Thanks for watching, I hope this video was helpful. If you'd like to see more tutorials, feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for the next ones. See you soon, guys!